Okay, so the other day we put numbers in a spreadsheet, we added them up, averaged them, et cetera, et cetera. Now we're going to put them into a graph. So here's the chart. It's in a Google Sheet.
All of you need to put your data into a Google Sheet. He's just showing, this is how you're going to do your report for the Lynx Eats Hare. So all of you, in fact, that was what you're supposed to do for today, is have it in. Not bring it necessarily, but have it.
Okay, so to make a graph, we're going to highlight this area, which means I left-clicked, hit the middle of the cell, and I just dragged down till I included those first three columns.
And explain what that's called.
Well, I've highlighted that area. This is the information I want to work with, so I've highlighted it.
I think it's defining the field.
Defining the field, good. Then I'm going to right-click. Nope, sorry, don't want to do that. I'm going to go Insert. Left-click on Insert, and I'm going to insert a chart. Just like that, I get a chart. So, there's some problems with the chart. I don't like the way it's labeled down here. I don't like the gap, 5, 10, 15, 20. Might want to change the title. So, by right-clicking inside the graph, it gives you tons of options of things that you can do. So, to change the label on the horizontal graph, I right-click in the middle of the graph. I go down to Charts and Access Titles, and I pick Horizontal Axis. And I want that title to be Generations of Hares and Lynx. You can make up something different if you like. Just click, boom. Now I've changed the x-axis of my graph. If I want to change the title up here, again, I right-click inside the graph. I go to Chart Title, which again I clicked on, or I went down to Chart and Access Titles. I go over here and click on Chart Title. I can change the chart title. I can change it to
Lynx and Hares.
total numbers of Lynx and Hares.
Just Lynx and Hare Lab.
Or Lynx and Hares Lab. So we can do that. You got a box here to type in. Just like that, I've changed the title. So the last thing I want to show you is these numbers look like they're too far apart, right? You want more detail down here, and you don't want 5, 10, 15, 20. Again, you right-click inside your graph. You go down to Guidelines and Ticks. And we go to Horizontal Axis. Go way down to the bottom where it says Major Step 2. Major step, type in whatever you want. If you want this to go 2 or 3, something like that, just type in the number 2. Again, click out of it. Now you've got a chart. You've graphed the number of Lynx and Hares by year. You've changed the title. You've changed the label of the x-axis. You've changed the unit break along the bottom.
Go ahead and do the vertical as well, because isn't that 20 generations?
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead and change that for the vertical to, because it's 1 to 20. All of them did 20 generations.
This one. Vertical axis would be what, generations?
Yeah. But I want just the
number. This would be number of Lynx and Hares.
Oh, never mind then. Leave it. Then let's leave
because it's
it.
up here. It's also labeled. This is actually your
The data, the numbers. Got it.
y-axis, but it's coded up here, so you can see the one color relates to Lynx, one color relates to Hares.
Okay.
And by right-clicking inside the graph, you see all the different menu options that come up. Just play with it. and you'll learn where all the stuff is to change the appearance of the graph. Okay?
Go over to the slideshow tab at the top,
Okay.
and he put these instructions here.
Okay, so
No, before you, so he has the instructions right here.
here's the spreadsheet. I want to slide you. Here we go. So here is the spreadsheet we started with. Whoops. These are just screenshots. I can't navigate. Okay.
No.
These are the screenshots. Here's the instructions that I just read to you and showed you as I went through them. And so I changed one thing on the graph. And here's how to change the horizontal axis. Here's how to change the chart title. Here's how to change the steps, the difference on the y-axis. And we ended up with a graph, basically the same lines, but different labels on the title and the y-axis. But best thing is just go in and play with it. There's 100 different things you can change about the graph.
Perfect.